Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster here from the Wood TV live desk. Joining me this morning, Emily Skydema. Emily, we were just chatting yesterday about the weather we saw overnight here. Well, we're getting some more as well.
Yeah, weather train keeps rolling.
It
Lots
does.
going on out there.
What do we have here in the forecast?
So right now we're kind of in a lull, actually. So enjoy a little bit of a break from the activity. This morning, it's just icky out there. There are melted puddles everywhere from yesterday's warmth, and of course all the rain that fell overnight. And now we're seeing temperatures drop. So I think over the next couple of hours, just keep in mind a lot of that standing water is going to freeze. We won't see too much snow over the next couple of hours, but the biggest concern will just be some slick spots, especially on those side roads, neighborhood roads, things like that. That's where things get pretty messy in these sorts of situations.
Be careful out there, folks. Emily, let's pull up the radar here real quick. You know, you'd mentioned it yesterday and throughout the newscasts over the past several days now. You and Storm Team 8 have been mentioning what we're facing right now with the radar, so I'll let you explain that here.
Yeah, so the National Weather Service's radar in Grand Rapids is down, undergoing some repairs and refurbishments over the next 2 weeks that started on Monday. So we're a couple days in at this point to that 2-week time period. So we still are able to use this. This is called a composite radar, and it kind of lumps together all the radar sources across the country and gives us a composite. So the detail isn't quite as specific over Grand Rapids, but this at least tells the story that the rain is moving out. The mixed precip from this morning is moving out. Just keep in mind it's temporary. Already, if you look to the far left of your screen over Iowa, starting to see a little bit of snow creeping toward us, and that snow is going to make a resurgence once again this afternoon. A little bit of a break, but we're not done with the precip.
And we do have some graphics here, but it's funny you just mentioned Iowa. We have a handful of viewers here, and none of them from Michigan so far, at least the commenters. This one from Seth, hi from Clear Lake, Iowa.
What?
Yeah, so good morning, Seth, all the way from Iowa. And then I'm going to put one more on here from David, who's in Key Largo, and he says, have fun.
Oh, thanks. Everything's fine up here, holding down the fort. Enjoy the sunshine.
So some graphics now that we have for you folks. Emily, let's dive into our future cast here this afternoon.
Yeah, so right now, again, we're in that temporary lull in the activity, but by 2 p.m., this is one of our higher resolution forecast models, and this is suggesting that at that point, areas like Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, maybe the southern parts of Berry County, and certainly areas south of there, will be starting to see the snow move back in. Grand Rapids, Ionia, Greenville, Fremont, Muskegon still look mostly dry at that point, but it looks like we'll see the snow arrive first for areas farther down to the southeast, and then it will make its way back to the north as we head through the rest of the afternoon.
Emily, you mentioned some of that ice there this morning. Nicole's saying the ice is terrible right now in Kent City.
Oh, yeah, especially those areas that are a little bit more off the beaten path. I mean, it gets so icy so quickly, so be careful driving, and also just be careful walking. I was driving home a few days ago, and I saw a poor man just slip on the sidewalk, and he was okay. Check to see, but oh man, yeah, those sidewalks, those driveways, they are hard if you're walking your dog, if your dog likes to pull. Just be careful out there, because these situations really lead to those icy spots that can take you down a little bit.
I slipped and fell the other day, and
you did?
my knee, it looks like a painting right now, because it's got purple and blue and a little bit of red and all this. So yeah, looking good.
Okay, well, we can't tell from your outward appearance right now that you're in pain, which is good. You're holding it together.
Fortunately, it's good to go now, but I did, when I fell, I laid on the ground for a couple minutes.
You just have to recover.
Reevaluated.
Yep. Oh no.
So looking at 5 o'clock now.
Yeah, so this is something to keep in mind, because at this point, probably most of you, if you are going to work or school, are already there. On the way home, you might be dealing with a little bit more of the snow. So this morning, the biggest concern has just been temperatures falling, giving us some freezing conditions, some ice out there. But by the late afternoon, early evening, I think the main concern will be snow covering those roadways once again. This is one of our higher resolution models at 5 p.m. And notice the darker blue colors are generally southeast of Grand Rapids, and that's where we're expecting the heaviest snow. Still, areas like Holland, Grand Rapids, Ionia, Greenville may be seeing some snow at that point. And then as you go into northern Newaygo County, northern Montcalm County, northern Muskegon County, probably not going to see as much. Other than that, the snow should be pretty widespread.
And then moving forward to the snow forecast.
Yes.
They're getting it down there, down South Michigan.
They absolutely are. And what's kind of ironic is that a few weeks ago we had a system that did this exact same thing, where it looked like, a week out or so, we thought we would get some heavy snow kind of right through the heart of Kent County. And then the runs just kept shifting farther south with each model run that came out. So, kind of a similar setup here, where Kent County, Ionia County, Ottawa County, probably going to be in that 1 to 2 inch range, and northern Muskegon County, parts of Newaygo County, probably not going to see much accumulation. Kalamazoo County, Van Buren County, into parts of Barry County, probably more in that 2 to 4 inch range. Berrien County included in that too. And then it's as you go southeast of Kalamazoo, where we could see that snow stack up a little bit more. Portions of Calhoun County could be in that 4 to 7 inch range. And then if you're going to the east side of the state, Ann Arbor, Detroit, Jackson look like they're going to get a fair amount of snow too.
A lot of people, so we acknowledge those first two people at the beginning of the stream, and now everyone's saying, hey from Grand Rapids, hey from Michigan. So it's everyone watching here locally.
Here, Luke. We have some other people in town too.
We have Carol here saying, waiting for the big freeze in Holland.
Okay, yeah. Holland, probably one of those areas that's getting close to the freezing mark or just below the freezing mark already at this point. And if you're not there yet, you're heading there. This afternoon should only be in the upper 20s. And then tonight, I think we'll have some single-digit temperatures inland where skies are able to clear a bit more. So right now we're kind of on the fringe, just starting to drop below freezing. But that big freeze is certainly coming later on today.
Carol, thanks for watching. A lot of people making comments on the roads too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Icy conditions, I'm sure, especially on those side roads. Yeah, just because the highway is fine, unfortunately, doesn't mean that your neighborhood street or that dirt road, things like that will be okay.
All bumpy.
Yes.
And then our impacts here, Emily.
Yeah, so this is kind of a cool chart that the National Weather Service and NOAA put out for storm systems in the winter. And I like this one because it just really lays it out nicely, not just snow totals, but also impacts from winter weather. So this is called the Winter Storm Severity Index. And you'll notice areas like Sturgis, Coldwater, farther off to the east. That's where we're probably going to feel the highest impacts today. Moderate impacts expected in areas like Kalamazoo County, Berrien County, Barry County. And then as you go farther to the north and to the west, those impacts are not expected to be as high. Still some impacts, again, especially on those secondary roads, but it's really as you go to the southeast where the combination of freezing rain and heavier snow and those falling temperatures will make the worst driving conditions.
And Heidi is saying what many people I think are thinking at this point is so over this.
You know, I love winter. I live in Michigan for a reason. I love snow, but I have gotten to the point too. I think just those few 40-degree days just gives you a little taste. Yeah, yesterday I didn't wear my ginormous parka. I was walking around feeling a little bit lighter. So even as a snow lover, I also think I'm getting over it. I'm not alone.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
Love the winters, but it's like February, mid to end February, kind of get the itch. And then
you do.
It's like,
you
feels like shorts weather out here like it was yesterday or 2 days ago.
Absolutely. What is today? We're at the 17th, so we are not that far away from meteorological spring. Starts March 1st.
And one last one here, Em, that we are going to hit on is, if I can take that here.
The suspense.
Yeah. It is our winter alerts. I just got to be able to pull it up here. There we go. Okay, winter alerts.
There we go. Yeah, so just to kind of give you the big picture once again, who has the advisories, who has the warnings. The southern part of the state, far southern part of Michigan, off to the southeast, Calhoun County, under that winter storm warning until early tomorrow. So those counties highlighted in pink will have the most impacts. Counties highlighted in purple will see around 2 to 4 inches of snow starting later on this afternoon, continuing through tomorrow morning. And then areas like Kent County, Ionia County, Allegan County, not technically under any sort of advisory or warning, anything like that. But still, that doesn't mean roads won't be slippery, especially off to the secondary road areas. So even if you aren't under an advisory or a warning, be careful today and certainly don't underestimate how slippery things could be.
I'll keep that graphic up there, folks, while we do wrap up. Emily, noon today. What do we
Noon
expect
today? Yeah, so we'll just go over where the snow is now, how close it's getting to us, and when it's expected to arrive county by county in West Michigan. And then I also just want to touch on the weekend forecast. We do have another chance of seeing some snow Friday night, but Sunday actually looks like a really nice day with some sunshine and highs back in the low 40s. And then early next week, we could be doing this all over again with the potential for another messy system. So yeah, a lot of weather to talk about at this time of year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, there is a link attached to the stream. It'll take you over to woodtv.com. All your weather-related, Storm Teammate-related news, it'll be there for you. This has been a look at the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Lasser. Emily, thanks for taking some time here, folks.
Absolutely.
Stay safe out there. Please watch your step and drive safe, of course.